Welcome back everybody. So guys, in this class what I'm just going to teach you about the how to get the data, how to retrieve the data from the page, the process ajax.php. That page which only has a simple echo. This is the PHP page. So I'm just going to get the data of that page in this index.html on that page in a browser. When I just click on this click to retrieve data, because then I just click on the click to retrieve data, what will happen, actually this function will run, because this function has an event, this button has an event, the on click, and the on click has a function ajax func. So whenever I click on this button or any user clicks on this button, this function will run. So by the way, what I'm just gonna do here just before the open and send, because exactly here I'm just collecting all these requested elements, the page where I just want to send the request and the method, and if the request is asynchronous, yes it is asynchronous, and then I'm just sending. But exactly to receiving something I have to do something more. HTTP, XML HTTP. What is this XML HTTP? Exactly, this is that object, because that object is now in the variable. So put a point, a period, and then put another method of that object, the onReady state change. Okay, what is this onReady state change? This is actually an event, and what I'm just doing, I'm assigning a function with this event, the function. Okay, so when this event works, when it got any new change on the ready state, this function will run automatically just because of this event. But before that we have to launch this function too. So by the way, I'm just going inside the curly braces of that function. So when the onReady state change, what I just want to do, I just need to check out the page ready state and the status. So what I'm just gonna do here, well, the ready state is basically the ready status is basically the state of the request. I'm just gonna do how to manage that here. I'm just put the if. So what I'm just doing here, the XML HTTP and then dot, because I'm just gonna use another method here, the ready state. Okay, the ready state must be 4. I'm just gonna clear you about what is the 4 and what is the ready state actually. For now, what I'm just doing, the simple ready state, which should be 4, and then another thing is you can see that strophe signs. So again, I just want to use another XML HTTP objects element, the method dot status. Click here, the status. Okay, up to equal to 200. One thing more, that the ready states S should be capital. If both conditions become true, then what happened? I'm just gonna go inside the curly brace, and then I'm just gonna put some commands here. I can put the the alert, I can put the document. Alright, I'm just gonna put something really interesting, because that I just wanna paste the data which I'm just getting from that page, the process ajax.php. I'm still getting the data from that page. Okay, I'm still getting the data from the process ajax.php, because here I'm just opening the request and sending to, but I'm not pasting the data which I'm just getting from the process ajax.php to anywhere. So here I'm just telling them when the ready state must be 4 and the status must be 200, the page status and the request's ready state must be 4 and 200, then this block should do something. And what this block is doing, I'm just simply typing document dot get element, it should be capital, element by ID. Okay, so now in its document dot get element by ID, I'm just selecting that get data, copy and paste that here, the div ID. I'm just selecting this div, and then what I'm just doing, I just need to send some data, paste some data on that element, or the data which I'm just receiving from that page. So in which way I'm just receiving the data from that page? I'm receiving that the data from that in another method of the XML HTTP object, the HTTP request object. So first of all, what I'm just doing here, making this a variable, the var, and then the ret data, okay, equal to. So by the way, or I think instead of the ret data, because this is not the ret data, this is the receiver, so it should be the receiver. Okay, that's pretty awesome. And what more I just need, I'm just going there, and what I'm just doing with the receiver dot inner HTML. If you remember that we just learned about this inner HTML method, the document method, the DOM method of the JavaScript. I'm just typing something here that we got the or all is well. Simple. Saving. I'm just going to the browser and refreshing the page and just clicking on the click to retrieve data and nothing happening, which means I just need to double check if there is any error. So what is the error? Here, okay, remove that. You can see that this is the already state change, and there I just duplicated that by mistake, so I'm just deleting that one, which is really not necessary. Only the top one is okay. We just need only single already state change event. The second one is actually removing and running all that things. So now when the already state will match and the status will become perfect and everything will fine, then we'll get the all is well. So refresh the page and click on the click to retrieve data. All is well. So this all is well is inside the get data. What I'm just doing here, I'm just simply typing the receiver div, whatever. Now save and go to the browser, refresh. Now the receiver div, this is the by default text of this div, but if I just refresh the page and if I just click on the click to retrieve data, that means all is well is there. That means it has been removed and all that function is working, all the AJAX is working. But I just don't want the text all is well. I just want the text which is or the data which is in that page, the process AJAX. So how to get the data and what is a method which actually has the data of that page, which I just connected, or you can say linked. By the way, I'm just removing, and that method is actually called the XML HTTP. Okay, that is awesome. Then point the period, and the method is response capital T text, response text, without any brackets, the curly bracket or the parentheses. The response text is perfect. The XML HTTP dot response text. Save, and I'm just going to the browser and refresh. Now just click on the click to retrieve data, and this is the PHP page. What a perfect thing. We are getting the data of process AJAX.php in the index.html. Another interesting thing is if I just go to the process AJAX.php and if I just type here duplicate, and here another duplication, and here what I'm just doing, the BR and another duplicate, two BRs, and there I'm just typing the second line. Save. Now I just didn't make any change in this page in index.html. I just made changes in a process ajax.php. So go to the browser and no need to refresh the page at all. Just simply click back to the click to retrieve data, and now the second line is there too. This is what the AJAX can do easily without any extra effort, that it can show the data without the new and updated data without refreshing. You can see that I just didn't refresh the page, just simply reloaded the, or you can say reloaded the AJAX request, and it just brought up the data of that page, the process ajax.php. So this is super perfect. You should try this, and you can make a lot of things. You can just attach the database whenever anyone update the database. In fact, I'm just going to make the application by using the database in AJAX, that whenever anyone just clicks on the database or put something on a database, insert something or update something from on the database, so when I just click on the click to retrieve data, I'll just get the data of the database, updated data. Plus there is another interesting thing, that AJAX has the ability, in fact the JavaScript has the ability to refresh or reload any function continuously. I'm not talking about the looping, I'm just talking about the set interval or the set timeout. If you remember, we just learned them in JavaScript. So just wait for the next class. We'll just continue the class. Stay tuned and goodbye.